Welcome friends, myself Shoptaporni from Biology. Today we will discuss about the excretory system. Okay, let's begin. What is excretion? See, during metabolism we produce so many products which are not needed for our body. Those are the waste products of our body. And if those products are accumulated in our body for a long time in high concentration, it could be toxic for us, such as carbon dioxide, excess water, some nitrogenous waste like urea, uric acid, ammonia, etc. Can be very much toxic for our body if they are stored in our body for a long time. So, what do we need? We need to get rid of them, and we get rid of them by a process known as excretion. So, by definition, excretion is the process by which the removal of nitrogenous waste, or we get removed from the chemical waste of our body. Okay, and the chemical waste means here the nitrogenous waste. So, let's write what is excretion. It is a process of removing chemical wastes, mainly nitrogenous wastes from our body. Okay. So, excretion mainly means the removal of nitrogenous wastes. Okay. Now, what is the excretory system? See, many organs are associated with the excretion, and all the organs collectively form our excretory system. Now, never confuse the excretion with defecation or sweating or respiration. Okay, see, during defecation we also get rid of our undigested food, but that does not mean it is excretion, because the undigested food does not contain any nitrogenous product. Similarly, during respiration we also excrete our carbon dioxide through lungs. But the word excretion mainly means that when we excrete any kind of nitrogenous waste, so, and through the urination, so it would be better to call it urinary system than the excretory system. Okay. Now coming to the products which we can eliminate from our body. The first product which we can eliminate from our body is the carbon dioxide and also the water. So number one is carbon dioxide and water. What happens? We know that by the oxidation of glucose, our body gets ATP or energy plus water and carbon dioxide. Now, this carbon dioxide is excreted out from our body through lungs, okay, by the process of respiration. Whereas this water is excreted out as sweat. See, sweating and excretion is completely different, because excretion means when we get rid of or when we remove something from our body which is harmful for us. But during sweating, we sweat out. Why? To cool our body. Okay. So it is not harmful for our body. In our sweat gland is present in our skin. Our skin have two layers. The outer layer, this layer is known as epidermis, and the inner layer is known as dermis. Okay. And our sweat gland, see, if this is our sweat gland, it is present in the dermis. When our body gets warmer, then it secretes salts, NaCl, water along with some lactic acid and urea, and by the process of vaporization, our body loses heat. Okay. So, sweating is not a type of excretion. Remember that. Now, coming to the second excretory product of our body, or the second product which can be eliminated from our body, is the nitrogenous wastes. There are main three nitrogenous wastes in our body. Those are ammonia or NH3, urea and uric acid. Okay. See, ammonia is water soluble. That is why mainly fishes excrete their nitrogenous products as ammonia. Ammonia is also very toxic for our bodies. Okay. That is why in humans body, ammonia is converted to urea through the urea cycle, and that urea is excreted out through urination. So, we excrete nitrogenous products mainly in the form of urea, whereas birds excrete their excretory products in the form of uric acid. Okay. Now, these are the three nitrogenous wastes of our body. See, from where these urea, ammonia, uric acid comes. When we know that in our diet, we consume very much protein, and some proteins are not digested by our body, and we know that the unit of the protein is amino acid. So, those excess amino acids are not good for our body. Along with that, when some tissue or some cells get depleted or get old, the proteins of those tissues also gets degraded and produce amino acids. Those amino acids are also not needed for our body. So what happens? Then those amino acids are converted into ammonia, and then that ammonia is converted to urea in our liver through urea cycle, and then that urea is excreted out through our urine. Okay. So, dead protein gets degraded into their units or amino acids. AA means amino acids, which amino acids gets converted or release ammonia, okay, which is very much toxic for our body. This ammonia is very much toxic. Then this ammonia goes to the liver, and in liver ammonia is converted into urea, okay, through urea cycle, and then this urea is excreted out through urine. Okay. Clear? Now, coming to the third product which must be eliminated out from our body. The third product is excess water. Excess water is mainly excreted out in the form of urine. Okay. Excreted water mainly works like a river which carries all the excretory materials like nitrogenous wastes, salts and other excretory materials, and so the excess water is excreted through urine. Now, the fourth one is some salts like NaCl or sodium chloride, and some water soluble vitamins, okay, like vitamin B and vitamin C. We have already discussed that salt, NaCl, is excreted out through sweating, and vitamins are also excreted out. Now the fifth one is bile pigments. Okay, bile pigments. What happens when our RBC gets older? We know that RBC contains hemoglobin. Then the hemoglobin is depleted into heme and globin protein. Okay. So when RBC is older, then the hemoglobin of the RBC gets depleted into globin protein and heme. Okay. This heme is then converted into biliverdin. Okay, biliverdin, which is then converted into bilirubin. This bilirubin is excreted as bile pigment in our bile to the duodenum. When it reaches the intestine, it gets modified into two forms. What are those? Number one is urobilin and number two is stercobilin. Okay, stercobilin. This urobilin is excreted through our urine, and that is why sometimes our urine is yellow in color. Okay. And this stercobilin is excreted through our feces, and that is why our feces gets the yellow color from this stercobilin. Okay. So, I think it is clear. Now, coming to the next section, what are the excretory organs of our body? What are the excretory organs of our body? There are two types of excretory organs in our body. The number one is primary excretory organs and the second one is secondary excretory organs. Okay. The primary excretory organ is kidney and the secondary excretory organs are skin, lungs and liver. Okay. So, in kidney, urine is formed and through this urination, excess water, salts, nitrogenous waste like urea is removed from our body. Whereas through skin we remove the sweat. Okay. Through lungs we get rid of carbon dioxide and water, and in the liver we have already discussed, in the liver the ammonia gets converted into urea. It also converts the nicotine, alcohol and other drugs and depletes them in their non-toxic form. Okay. With this, we end our today's lecture here. We will continue this chapter in our next videos. If you like my content, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching and happy learning.